What's up out there? Welcome back to Melvor Idle Hardcore Gen 2 Episode 21. We are still waiting on version 1.0 of the game to hit here. It's supposed to hit sometime in November. It's November 3rd and we still don't have it, so time's ticking. Hopefully soon though. I don't think they've announced when, but hopefully here in the next week or so we'll get that. I really don't want to push anything with this account just yet because I want to see what changes 1.0 brings. So I'm kind of playing things safe, just trying to get my combat levels up and trying to do what I would call like administrative stuff right now, just to collect some items that I can collect and let this stuff level up while I'm collecting those items. So one of the things I did was finished up my pet farming, which really wasn't all that exciting. I went through these dungeons here and ended up at the Frozen Cove, got that one. So that's done. And the Myolite one and the Hall of Wizards I still have yet to do. Not excited to get into those just yet. I really want to get my melee skills up first. The range skill won't be that bad to get raised up, but I have 3 other skills that I need to work on, you know what I mean? Like to get these 3 skills leveled up first and then just work on ranged by itself. With melee broken up like that, it kind of makes it 3 times as long to level. So rather than messing around with ranged or even magic at this point, and I want to clear some inventory space. I kind of want to settle into the final form, if you will, or something like that, because there's only so much storage available. And I think, oops, clicked the wrong one. I think I'm on my combat pillar, so I lost those 10 inventory slots up here. So, running out of space quick, and I'm going to have to make some hard decisions and get rid of stuff, I think, because I can't keep hanging on to this stuff. And that's kind of the other thing I was thinking about waiting until version 1.0. You're supposed to get a 4th inventory slot, which would be perfect for like this gear here, you know, the chef's hat and all that crap. So you can put all your non-combat skill items or a chunk of the non-combat stuff equipped already onto somebody, onto one of these slots, and then you don't have to, you know, deal with that anymore. In theory, anyway. Frees up some space, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if they're going to expand the storage or not, but it'd be nice if they did. If not, having that 4th slot's going to be really cool. Also, once you beat Into the Mist, you get another spot up here, so that'll be handy, but that's a ways off. I don't want to deal with Into the Mist right now. So, here's where we're at, and we're basically just trying to really quietly, smoothly work forward without any issues. So that's kind of where the theme is right now. And to that end, you know, that's where I finished that pet grind. I immediately went into, well, you can see the ancient claw here. I also have the dragon claw. So I've got those. Those are complete. And I'm ready to beat, what I have to do now is go through and beat the volcano 100 times and then beat this place 10 times. And then I can get the infernal claw. So that's a little higher end dungeoning, and I don't feel like messing with that right now. So I've ground out those 2. And let's see, I worked on, what did I do I did some ranged. I'm pretty sure I worked on the summoning tablets for ranged, get those centaur tablets. And I think I did a little bit of ranged as it's popped up in these slayer tasks, like if I've been fighting a mage or something. I've used the range to level that up and get some kills in with that. So most of the things you can fight with the hard tasks, you can just beat down with the melee, but there are a few that I've switched over, and I've been trying to extend these tasks a little bit. I did get the Asura pet from here. I think, why did I get Asura? Oh, extra Slayer coins. So that one's done. That's a good boost right there, actually. And that one just comes from doing Slayer tasks, I think. Besides that, I am also trying to work towards, because I want to say I think I only have the pointy hat for the Necro gear. So I need to buy the rest of the Necro gear, which is what I'm saving up this Slayer coin for. I'm also contemplating, because I'm at this point right here, not dungeons, Slayer areas. So I could buy the Shrouded Badlands lantern. I could do that. I could also buy the Perilous Peaks boots. And the benefits from this would be, let's see, the Wasteful Ring is okay. The Hunter's Ring. This I think I might want to grind. Recoil shield's all right, but this Hunter's Ring, this gives you a lot of benefits for, I can't remember exactly all the stats on it, but it gives you a bunch of benefits for Slayer stuff. So you don't have as many of the accuracy issues or evasion ratings, stuff like that. I may push into that and get that unlocked. I'm not sure. The other thing I was considering is whether I want to even buy these at all. Like I could skip, the mirror shield's cheap, the little helmet's cheap, this ring I've already bought and sold because I've already cleared out the 2 items that I need in there, so I don't need that anymore. But like these guys give you decent stuff. There's decent drops there. It's worthwhile to hang on to. I didn't feel the need to keep this, and it just freed up an inventory spot. This mirror lantern or mirror shield, you get all of the eyeballs with, so that's a crafting material. I'm gonna have to keep that one. But I was debating on whether I wanted to unlock these 2. Getting this one, I could get the Bounty Hunter, which lets me work on these 3 amulets, which is cool. Working on the Fury of the Elemental Zodiacs amulet would be a good thing. That would be easily accomplished by just grinding some of these lower tier stuff. Like purple goo monsters give you the amulet of defense, Like there's ways of not having to go into the Shrouded Badlands or Perilous Peaks and tempt fate on dying or whatever. But I don't know. I am not sold on going into those things yet. I'm not sold on wanting to buy all the Necro gear yet. I really don't have a need for the Necromancer gear at this moment. Yeah, it would help. It would give more tablets. But I'm not sure I want to commit the money to it yet. So that's why I'm kind of letting this build up. I don't want to lose the storage space. I don't know what I would sell. Like I've got a lot of gear here. If I could get the all skill cape, I could clear a lot of these capes out, and that would help a ton. If we get that, version 1.0 and get that 4th gear slot, I could clear some of this out and put that in there. If I start working on magic, well, then I could also start working on magic for that, with that 4th gear slot. I could equip some of this other gear. Like I've been hanging on to these gloves, these paladin gloves, this book of occult. I've been hanging on to some of this stuff for when I start magic. So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of benefits of waiting till 1.0 hits. So it's just a matter of what am I going to do in the meantime and how can I progress forward meaningfully. So that's kind of where we're at. I think I got, probably in the last episode, I got strength up to level 90 and then I quit, and I was working on attack to get it to level 85. And then I switched over to defense at some point, got that up to level 88. Now I'm back on strength again. I really wanted all of these at least 85. Well, let me rephrase that. I wanted attack and defense at least 85, because once you go into these god dungeons and start getting the gear out of there, if you're level 85, well, actually, in ranged and magic count for that too. But if you're level 85, then you can start equipping that gear. With the melee side, the weapon is your attack and the armor is your defense. So having strength at 99 is great, but if these two are lagging behind even being able to equip the gear I get out of there, that's not going to be good. So I'm trying to work those up together and keep those rolling. Ranged, I may start working on ranged at some point, and I may do that before I hit 99s in these. I'm not sure. Because getting that to level 85 would be very beneficial, because once you get into the air god dungeon, that starts giving you ranged gear. And then after that, I'll need to really be working on the water god, which gives you magic gear. So going to have to be mindful in how I level up and gear that I put on and everything. So that pretty much it. Don't really have a whole lot else going on. We're kind of just floating along, killing stuff. I've thought about moving into let's see here. If we go into, Slayer stuff. If we go into Slayer stuff, there is these elites. And right now, because I haven't bought anything, the only elite stuff that I have are these, I think these two, the Dark Horns and the Furious Horns, which this one won't be bad because it's melee. Melee can take out ranged pretty easily. But melee versus melee, this one is a little tougher, and I think it had a killing shot on me. One of these two did, so I had to back out. I need better gear or better stats to take them on. So, or magic. Magic, in the case of the melee character, would go good, but I don't have my magic up that level yet. So, I don't know. That would be the other reason to buy the lantern and the boots, is to get into these other areas. I mean, plus this is going to be a completionist account, so I'm going to need those at some point, but that's a few million Slayer coin, because it's, 1.5 or 2 for the Necro gear, and then it's like another, 250 for this thing and 500 for that. So it's going to add up pretty quickly. The other thing I could do is maybe try to get this confetti crossbow and try to do some money generation. One thing I had considered, and I may try it on this account just because, let's see. Oh, it must be on my equip stuff. So there's the fine coin purse, the jeweled necklace, and I think there's something else, the signet ring and stuff like that give you global gold increase. I'd have to change my combat pillar and agility over, though. But maybe. If I wanted to maximize money, what I was considering is, with the confetti crossbow, you get gold out of it. You get a decent amount of gold. Of course, I have over 50 million, so it's only going to cap that at a certain thing. But if you can use all those other gold increases with that, that might be kind of cool to try. I don't know. It's just a thought, because I'm beating this stuff down pretty easily. I don't know that I care about all this Rune Knight stuff. He's giving me a ton of garbage. I don't know. The other thing I thought about doing is just going through real quick and cleaning out my inventory of making potions with some of this stuff, but it's going to build back up. So I don't know. It's tough, but I don't know. At any rate, that should do it for this episode. Pretty much going to continue forward doing what you're seeing here. I don't really see it doing anything different unless I get a wild hair to change something, or unless we get 1.0. But I'm going to stay the course, collect some Slayer coin, level all these up, work on my melee first and get my Slayer, try to get all of this at level 99, and then go from there. That will do it for this episode. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.